In next week's episodes of Emmerdale, Charity faces another major problem as the manipulative Dr. Todd keeps pressuring her for money. Earlier, the doctor saved Charity during serious complications while giving birth to baby Leyla. After overhearing a heated conversation between Ross and Chas, Todd began to suspect that Leyla was not actually born through the agreed surrogacy arrangement involving Jacob and Sarah. Once Todd confirmed the truth, she confronted Charity and demanded £10,000 in exchange for keeping quiet. When Charity insisted she had no savings, Todd appeared willing to settle for £5,000 before leaving the village. However, after speaking with Manpreet, Todd discovered that Charity owns half of the Woolpack pub and realised she had more money than she admitted. Because of this, Todd increased the demand to £100,000 and suggested Charity sell her share of the pub to pay her off. In scenes airing on Monday, Charity starts searching for someone to buy her portion of the Woolpack. Caroline Harker, who portrays Dr. Todd, explained the character's behaviour by saying Todd never expected herself to become this ruthless. She added that the death of her father and everything involving Jacob pushed her into actions she never imagined she could take, though she is clearly enjoying the power. Later, Charity contacts the bank hoping to extend her loan, but her request is rejected. Sarah arrives looking for Leyla's stuffed bunny and notices Charity angrily throwing her phone. Charity brushes it off by claiming she is dealing with issues involving the brewery. Sarah then admits Jacob has been under pressure ever since Todd started influencing him. Charity replies that she hopes the doctor will leave the village soon. But Sarah doubts that will happen, explaining Todd is likely staying because she is now involved with Vanessa. After Sarah leaves, Charity receives a threatening text from Todd that reads, "The clock is ticking." Charity is among the few people in Emmerdale who truly understands how dangerous Dr. Todd can be. In recent months, the surgeon has focused much of her attention on tormenting Jacob. Although her motives remain unclear, Todd appears to enjoy intimidating him and damaging his self-esteem. Now living in the village with Vanessa, Todd is taking full advantage of Vanessa's growing feelings for her. Using charm and manipulation, she has managed to convince Vanessa that Jacob is the problem, and so far her plan has been highly successful. Recently, Vanessa caught Jacob angrily confronting Dr. Todd in the pub's ladies' toilets. Afterwards, Vanessa criticized Jacob, telling him that Leyla would be ashamed of the way he was treating his female boss if she was still alive. Charity has started becoming increasingly concerned about Vanessa's closeness to Todd. Following the birth of her baby, Charity was shocked when Todd revealed she knew that Jacob and Sarah were not actually the child's parents. Holding such a major secret has given Todd power, and she is clearly enjoying using the information to control Charity. Next week, after Todd demands money in return for her silence, Charity discovers her request for a loan extension has been refused. Her frustration grows even more when Todd sends another message reminding her about the debt. At the same time, Vanessa admits she had hoped Caitlin would sneak into her bedroom the previous night. Although Todd wanted to, she explains she prefers not to rush their relationship. Meanwhile, Charity feels optimistic when it seems Ruby may be interested in buying the pub. However, Caleb quickly dismisses the idea, believing it would upset many villagers. After giving Charity only 1 week to gather the money, Todd later enjoys unsettling her again in the pub toilets. Actress Emma Atkins described Todd's intimidating presence by saying she makes the atmosphere feel cold and seems to suddenly appear behind people unexpectedly. Elsewhere, Vanessa opens up about her romance with Todd and admits she believes things are going very well between them. She becomes surprised when Charity warns her to stay cautious around Todd. Vanessa insists she will be careful, but it remains unclear whether she has already fallen under the doctor's influence. Although Todd does not appear to want anything specific from Vanessa, it is obvious that her conflicts with Charity and Jacob matter more to her than any real relationship. Actress Caroline Harker explained that Caitlin struggles to understand love properly, but her feelings for Vanessa may still be genuine. However, her urge to manipulate and cause trouble seems even stronger. The big question now is whether Vanessa will eventually end up heartbroken because of Todd's actions. Next week in Emmerdale, suspicion falls heavily on Joe Tate after Dawn Fletcher is found unconscious at home farm. Following the discovery of Dawn lying at the bottom of the stairs, Joe quickly becomes the main suspect in what appears to be a violent incident. Recently, Dawn learned that Joe was responsible for sending Moira Dingle to prison, leaving her furious and determined to get revenge on her fiancé. Pregnant Dawn then created a dangerous plan to steal Joe's money and run away with her children. Although Joe has recently been excited about becoming a father, upcoming episodes reveal his darker personality returning after he uncovers Dawn's betrayal. Encouraged by Graham to retaliate, viewers are left wondering how far Joe might go after learning about her scheme. A newly released spoiler scene from Wednesday's episode shows Graham arriving at home farm and discovering Dawn unconscious on the floor beneath the staircase. Panicked, he rushes to check if she is breathing before reaching for his phone to call emergency services. Shortly afterwards, Joe appears at the top of the stairs. While he looks slightly confused, he surprisingly shows little immediate concern upon seeing his pregnant fiancée lying motionless below. Joe's sudden appearance instantly alarms Graham, who angrily demands to know what he has done. This leaves a major question hanging over the storyline. Did Joe's anger cause Dawn's accident, or was he simply in the wrong place at the wrong time? At the same time, rumours continue circulating that actress Olivia Bromley, who portrays Dawn, could be leaving the soap later this year. Although nothing has been officially announced, fans are wondering whether Dawn's revenge plot could eventually end in tragedy. Charity is one of the few people in Emmerdale who truly understands how dangerous Dr. Todd can be. During the past few months, the surgeon has focused much of her attention on tormenting Jacob. Although her reasons remain unknown, Todd appears to enjoy humiliating him and damaging his self-confidence. Now living in the village with Vanessa, Todd is fully aware that Vanessa has feelings for her and is using that to her advantage. Through charm and manipulation, she has successfully convinced Vanessa to doubt Jacob's behavior. Recently, Vanessa walked in on Jacob angrily confronting Dr. Todd in the pub's ladies' toilets. Afterwards, she criticized Jacob and claimed Leyla would have been disappointed by the way he was speaking to his female boss. Charity has started becoming increasingly uneasy about the growing bond between Vanessa and Todd. After giving birth, Charity was stunned when Todd revealed that she knew Jacob and Sarah were not actually the baby girl's parents. Possessing such an important secret has given Todd significant power, and she is clearly enjoying using it to control Charity. In next week's episodes, Charity discovers her request for a loan extension has been denied after Todd demands money in exchange for staying silent. Her frustration worsens when Todd sends another message reminding her about the debt. Meanwhile, Vanessa admits she had hoped Caitlin would sneak into her bedroom the previous night. However, Todd explains that although she was tempted, she does not want to move too quickly. Unsettling presence by saying Todd makes the entire atmosphere feel cold and seems to appear behind people unexpectedly. Emmerdale continues to air on weekday evenings at 8 p.m. on ITV1 and is also available for streaming on ITVX.